Yeah, distinguished senator. Recently, you talked about your frustration and concerning insecurity in the southeast. You had talked about bringing it to the floor of the hallowed chambers of the Senate, the highest law-making body in Nigeria, and you're not getting the kind of feedback, the kind of reaction, the kind of action that you expected. Can you tell us more about what is making you, feel the way you're feeling?
Yeah, thank you very much. My constituency is Enugu North Senatorial District. And within the boundaries of this district, you have Igweze North, you have Igweze South, you have Udenu, you have Usuka local government, you have Igwetiti local government, and you have Uzuwan local government. Incidentally, Uzuwan local government has been a killing field over the years. In 2016, when former Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi was in the government house, the Fulani herdsmen attacked Nimbo. Nimbo is an agricultural village in Ozuwan, agricultural community, agrarian community. In fact, generally, Ozuwan is the food basket of Enugu State. Ozuwan is capable of feeding the whole of southern Nigeria. If you recall, the agricultural settlement, it's the first farm settlement set up by M.I. Okpara, was in Uzuwan local government area.
Yes, you're correct.
That is to tell you how far it has been discovered the agricultural potentials of Uzuwan in local government.
So why has this insecurity thing taken over in the past couple of years?
So as I was telling you, in 2016, Fulani herdsmen came to Uzuwan, precisely in Nimbo, overnight killed about 46 people, butchered men and women, including pregnant women. We all bemoaned the incident. I personally came from Port Harcourt and went to Nimbo to commiserate with them. Lo and behold, nothing was done except the effort by Utas. Utas was a senator then.
Yes.
Utas built a mobile police facility there. Until today, nobody has started making use of that mobile police facility. It is still lying fallow. Now, between 2016 and 2023, that's 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
The PDP government of Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi expired by the effluxion of time. And nothing was done. In fact, it was that incident that made Ugwuanyi set up forest guards that were ineffective or have been ineffective, have not solved any problem. Then, recently, the same terrorism has resurfaced in Ozuwani. Nimbo is not safe. In fact, last year, they went there and killed about 5 people again in Nimbo. Maybe you would have seen where I went to Nimbo last year. Precisely in May, I was on 24th May last year,
Okay.
2024. I was in Nimbo. And nothing has happened since then. Now, they have come in full force. Nimbo is not safe. Adan is not safe. Ovoro is not safe. Nkorogu is not safe. Adaba is not safe. Name any village in Ozuwani, nowhere is safe. And nothing is being done. After my visit to Nimbo in May last year, I went back to the Senate. I moved the motion, which was adopted by the Senate. And the Senate Committee on Legislative Compliance followed it up. The Inspector General of Police has that resolution. The Chief of Army Staff has it. The Director General of FSS has it. The Director General of Civil Defense has it. And nothing has been done. They don't even have, the police in Ozuwani don't even have enough manpower.
Distinguished Senator, just permit me to come in a little bit.
Yes.
Very commendable that you, besides your personal visits to these embattled communities and localities, you brought this matter before the Senate. But knowing where we are in Nigeria, have you taken this matter further, like paying a visit to the Inspector General of Police, paying a visit to the DG of DSS? Because in Nigeria, if you really don't push your matter, nobody pushes it. Have you done anything in that direction, distinguished Senator?
Yes, we did. I told you there is a committee in the Senate.
No, I'm talking about you personally taking it up with these authorities.
Of course. And the police headquarters will say that, yes, they've gotten the resolution and they've directed the Commissioner of Police in Enugu State to take up the matter. What is more, we are even talking of Ozuwani. Do you know that between Nike and Okey Junction, they kidnap people every day there? And you have more than 15 checkpoints along that route. But of course, the solution to the problem is not the checkpoints. Sometimes I pity these security agencies. They are there morning and night. Just in between, just within 100 meters, they have already come out, kidnap somebody, and back into the bush.
I'm interested in the fact that you said that checkpoints are really not the solution. What are you suggesting?
What I'm suggesting is that there is insecurity in every part of Nigeria now. Even in Borno State, where the Boko Haram started, with all the number of military men, Air Force, Army, DSS, police in Borno State, the state government set up what they call civilian JTF. Made up of hunters who go into the bush, provide information, and then the security agencies will then take over. Let me also tell you, many state governments are no longer waiting for the federal government because the security agencies of the federal government, they are overstretched. And they are understaffed. You don't have enough policemen, you don't have enough soldiers, you don't have enough naval personnel, you don't have enough Air Force personnel, you don't have enough DSS, and so on and so forth. Anambra State has waited and waited and waited. Every day, there must be one report of one clean or the other in Anambra State. Anambra State government set up their own security outfit that works in conjunction with the security agencies.
Yeah.
I had expected that by now, Enugu State should have its own security agency. Because, let the truth be told, we always accuse the headsmen. Sometimes you have headsmen working in collaboration with our own indigenous criminals. Now that the heat is on the criminals in Anambra State, some of them will enter into Enugu State. Kogi State has set up a vigilante task force, with sophisticated weapons. That Uzuwani shares border with Kogi State. So you would expect that the bandits, as they call them, that will be chased away from Kogi, will find succor in the bushes in Uzuwani. In fact, it was discovered. No, let me make this point.
Yes.
It was discovered that the people that attacked Nimbo last year in 2024 and 2016, they came from Kogi State.
Really?
Yes. That was what the natives told us when we went there.
Distinguished Senator, are you saying that the Enugu State government is negligent and that they are not doing what they're expected to do in terms of security?
It all depends on their priorities.
No, because you've given us examples of the other states.
It all depends on their priorities. I would have expected. I said it. I said I would have expected them. Okay, since all these killings have been happening in Uzuwani,
yes.
Have you heard any single statement from Enugu State government condemning the atrocities?
During the Nimbo attack, the governor actually visited Nimbo.
That was 2024.
That in 2024, yes.
It is worse now.
So that's why I'm asking, distinguished senator, based on what you're saying, are you? No, I'm saying from what you're saying.
Yes.
Is this an indictment on the Enugu State government that they are not doing enough in terms of security?
It's not. It's not my. I'm not in a position to indict anybody.
But you're saying that if you had your way,
I'm taking the facts of what is happening to my people, and I'm begging the Enugu State government to rise to the occasion.
Okay.
You said the governor visited in 2024.
Yes.
Please, as a journalist, can you ask them what they have done about insecurity in Uzuwani since 2024? So why is this still continuing? Unabated.
Distinguished Senator, let me come in again. At your level as a senator representing the good people of Enugu North, have you had a one-on-one with the governor where you raised your concerns about this insinuation that they are not doing enough? Have you raised it directly with the governor?
Thank you very much for this question. Let me make it very, very clear that all attempts I've made to call the governor, he never picked my call. All text messages I've sent to him, he never responded. I even wrote an official letter to him. Till today, there is no acknowledgement of that letter. There is no response. So,
this is curious.
Yes, quote me. Quote me. I even got in touch with his personal staff to tell him that I was calling him for urgent matters. If as a senator, my governor cannot pick my call to know what is happening to my people, then it's very unfortunate. But that is the truth.
That is really worrisome, distinguished senator.
If I'm not listening to tell you what did not happen.
Okay, I can understand. I can understand how you feel with this matter, but going back to the Senate, this is something that has been brought to the floor of the Senate. The Senate is doing something about it, and you're not getting the results. According to Senate procedure, can you take that matter up again, drawing the attention of the Senate and the Senate President that a resolution has been taken on in this in the Senate is not being attended to by the officers that are supposed to do so?
My motion on the issue of killings is just one of hundreds of motions that have been moved and passed by the Senate in the last 1 year plus that we've been there. People from Jigawa State have raised motions. People from Plateau State, severally. In Plateau State, it's like a monthly thing. People from Benue State, senators from Benue State. Or is it from Kogi? Is it from even Enugu? My colleague Ostango has also raised something like that sometime. As I told you, and as I told my people, we cannot, and that's what I'm advising the state government, we cannot continue to wait for the federal security agencies. They are overstretched. And so, our village vigilantes should be encouraged. For instance, Enugu State has a forest guard.
Yes.
But we later discovered that the forest guard of Enugu State was just what PDP government was setting up to use to intimidate political opponents and maybe possibly rig elections with them.
But forest guards were not involved in the elections in 2023.
Yes, because the federal agencies did not allow them.
Oh.
You know?
Okay,
that was what they were planning.
So moving forward, distinguished senator, if at your level you're sounding this helpless, how will the people you represent, what can they do? If at your level your governor will not answer your call, will not take action, the Senate moves a resolution, the Inspector General is not taking action, If you're at this level, you're this frustrated, what happens to the ordinary people?
That's why I suggested to my people that the solution now is self-defense. The villagers have always defended themselves, so it's just that these people come now with sophisticated weapons. Otherwise, when we were children, our parents, it was not every day that our father would sleep in the house. When it was his turn to join the vigilante, in Osuka, there are places we call Otobo. You go to the Otobo and they make a fire. There's a bell there. They have a whistle. If they have suspicious movement, they will ring the bell or they will blow the whistle. And then other men will come out. And that's how they were able to catch those days people who come to steal people's goats or sheep and so on and so forth. So what they need to do now is to let's have vigilantes. Let people be more vigilant, working in conjunction with the police, the DSS, and the civil defense, so that if there is any strange movement or stranger they don't know, they can report to the police, and so on and so forth. We can't be sleeping with our 2 eyes closed. We need to go for self-defense. It's as simple as that.
Yes, distinguished Senator, a number of people are a little critical about the suggestion you're making. They said it could be an invitation to anarchy, and they draw a parallel with what just happened in Edo North, where the local vigilante had taken action, which led to the loss of 16 lives. And they are saying that by what you are saying, you're encouraging the ordinary people to take laws into their hands, which could be an invitation to anarchy.
No, far from it. Those people in Uromi, they were not working with the police, the DSS, and maybe civil defense.
Okay.
Those people were not working with the police and the security agencies. I said vigilante. Police licenses has issued license to vigilante groups. It's done. But any DPO, once you want to set up a vigilante group, you go to the DPO. The DPO will profile the people involved, and they give them permission to operate. Even the police commissioner anywhere, they know that vigilante groups operate, and they work hand in hand with the police. In my village, what we call a comog. And once they arrest somebody, they take the person to the police. So it's not anarchy. There's no anarchy at all. We're not talking about anarchy at all. We're talking about something we have been doing, but we need to take it more seriously. That's the point I'm making. Instead of waiting that something happens and they bring a lorry load of mobile policemen. Somebody was already dead.
Distinguished Senator, I must thank you for your very deep insight in this security situation, especially in the Southeast and especially in your local area of Nsukka North Senatorial District. Thank you so much,
Yes.
And I hope that
and I'm sure you are a citizen of Enugu State, and I'm sure you know that we are not talking of only Ozuwa, the local government.
Yeah.
We are talking of Ugogo, Nike, Opi Road.
And of course, we are talking about Ihamufo, which was recently.
Even in your local government, Ojiriba.
Ojiriba, yeah.
They killed some policemen.
Yeah.
Last week. 3
policemen and burnt their police vehicle and took away their service rifles.
So that is what we are talking about. The security and welfare of the citizen is the primary purpose of government. Section 14 of the Constitution of the Republic of Nigeria is amended. security and welfare of the citizen is the primary purpose of government. Thank you very much.
Thank you, distinguished Senator. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you.